What's up, everybody? This is Switchblade Jake for the Switchblade Jake Sports Radio Show. Still up here in Columbus. Did a lot of coverage yesterday on the Strikeforce Tate versus Rousey fight. I was fortunate enough to get a lot of interviews yesterday. I'd love to give everybody every opportunity to hear these amazing interviews I did. Right now, we're going to hit you with Miesha Tate. She is the Strikeforce 135-pound champion and will be defending her Bantamweight Championship against Ronda Rousey. I also got an interview with her. You're going to be hearing that a little bit later on today. So here it is, Miesha Tate and what she thinks about her upcoming fight, as well as what the future holds for her.
All right, so you got your fight Saturday night, defending your title. Do you see, I mean, she's really relatively new in MMA. You know, she has a lot of judo experience. From the short amount of fights that she's had, do you see any glaring weakness?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. You know, it's funny that, you know, judo has been her biggest, I think, element to success so far. But a lot of the things that she does actually for MMA, judo-wise, are not the best. You know, she has a lot of kind of bad habits. And that's one of the hardest things when you've been doing something for so long and you have to translate it into MMA. Judo is not MMA. It's not mixed martial arts. So you have to take the things from your background, whether it's kickboxing or wrestling or judo, and you take the things that work and you discard the things that don't. She's been doing it for so long that it's habitual for her to do it this one way because it's muscle memory. She doesn't think about it anymore at this point. And, you know, coming up over the head, the top of the head for the arm, I mean, that is not, you know, having the over-under is a much better position.
Absolutely.
She's kind of been getting away with murder, to be honest. And, you know, I don't feel that that's going to work against me, you know what I mean? But I've been training for anything. I'm not expecting that she's only going to be using that. So I have to be ready, like I said, as a champ for all avenues. But definitely there are things that she does that don't work as well for me.
Something that I also kind of question maybe is her cardio. You know, she's not even been out of the first minute in the first round. So, you know, who knows, you know, what happens, you know, in the second, third, fourth, or, you know, fifth minute of the round, you know. Do you think that's something else that we may see, you know, because I don't foresee this being a 1-minute fight unless... But
it's me finishing it in a minute, right?
Exactly. No, but I don't see this. I foresee this being a really good fight. Do you question her cardio at all?
I'm sure she's trained for the 5-minute rounds, but I'm telling you what, because of experience, because I've been in the championship rounds, you cannot recreate cage time. You cannot make up for that experience. It's something that you can only experience when you're in there. And her lack of experience in there, I feel that she's going to go out there and she's probably going to be really pumped and she's probably going to be hell on wheels for maybe the first 2-3 minutes. And then after that, she's going to go, oh, shit. She's like, I didn't expect this adrenaline dump because it's different than when you're training.
Absolutely.
And you have to have a sense of calmness. If you got to be ready to go 5-minute rounds. You can't just dump it all out in the first minute. You know, when you're fighting higher caliber, more competitive people, it's different.
Now, let's say you are successful on Saturday. You do have a blemish on your record by another fighter that's on the card this weekend by Sarah Kaufman. Is that a fight that you really want?
Oh, yes. I wanted that fight since the moment that I lost to her, you know. I felt our fight was competitive. It was a few years ago. I lost at 29-28, you know, so she wasn't able to finish me, and she's finished most of her opponents. So I was the first person to take her to a distance, and, you know, I'm totally ready to do it again, and it's awesome that I have the belt that she once had, you know, so it kind of makes for an interesting dynamic, I think.
Yep. How have you improved since that loss to Sarah Kaufman?
Man, I really think that I've improved a lot more as an overall fighter than Sarah Kaufman has. You know, Sarah, we've kind of seen the same thing over and over. I feel at least that when I come in there every time, there's a noticeable difference between, you know, my prior fights and, you know, that fight. So that's always my goal, is to evolve a lot as a fighter, you know, to never be the same fighter twice. And, you know, given the opportunity to fight Sarah Kaufman again, you know, I'm very, very confident in the matchup. She's a tough girl and everything, but I think I've figured her out over the years.
Miesha, thank you very much for your time and good luck on Saturday.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Those are some very strong words from the 135-pound champion of Strikeforce Women's Division, Miesha Tate. Again, keep it locked here. We're going to have more interviews coming up. Definitely going to get on the interview I did with Scott Coker, who is the CEO of Strikeforce, talking about future fights, future cross-promotional stuff that he's going to be doing regarding the fights. Talked a really good in detail about the future of Strikeforce. So again, make sure you keep it locked. Radio ICB. For everybody back there at Radio ICB, I am Switchblade Jake signing off. Keep it locked with more updates from the Arnold Classic.